Hey, what's up guys? So for this video, it's my birthday and I'm turning 40 today, and as you can see we're in Old Town San Diego. But before we actually explore Old Town San Diego, we are actually going to the train station in Oceanside, which is just across town from where I live. It's just easier and we don't have to worry about traffic. And there is a station that does drop us off right at Old Town. You'll see the process and you'll kind of hear my mom and I interact about which ticket to buy.
Why are you paying $15?
That's the all-day pass.
Oh, because I got a round-trip ticket. It's $13.
Well, I'm doing all day. Just in case we decide to get off. Yeah, see, I did regional, Coastal Regional, all day.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta. All right, just keep going.
I'll do round. Yeah, I'll do round trip then. On the left, you got the Sprinter train, which heads east to the city of Escondido from Oceanside. Make sure you take the coaster if you're heading to San Diego from Oceanside. They do have cars on the train that do accept bicycles, and they have a little storage area for them. Just look for the bike symbol on the car. I know some of them at least have one, some I know have two. So just keep an eye out for that if you're riding the bike. Yeah.
Welcome aboard again, and we will be going to
So, as we're heading down to Old Town, I mostly wanted to share in this video that one of the reasons I do this channel is to show ways to get to different destinations and kind of the benefits of using those different forms of transportation. So one of the cool things about using the train is that no matter who you're going with, everybody gets to be able to enjoy the scenery. You get past places like this place, like Buccaneer Park. You get to see different things on the way you probably wouldn't be able to see, not just because you're away from the road, but because you're not worrying about driving, you're taking a different route. And it's just pretty awesome to be able to enjoy the scenery. And with things being easily accessible by train, depending on where you live, I guess, you can take advantage of that. If you can't, maybe take the bus, take whatever you can to get off the roads and just enjoy the scenery. Hopefully I'll be able to do more bicycling videos soon, and that will be another way to get off the roads, get into the trails, see different ways to enjoy the scenery. So just keep that in mind, that maybe while I'm not focusing as much on Old Town, but I will be having clips of Old Town when we do finally get down there. So the stations are marked when you get down there. As you can see, it says Old Town. And one of the cool things about the Old Town station is right when you get off, there's a little mark called the A Mart. I had to run in to get some Excedrin. I was starting to get a little bit of a headache. So just in case you need anything, they'll have the information booth, they'll have the little marts right there. And then this is across the street from the train station, so as soon as you turn around, there's Old Town, the sign for Old Town, and then there's the pathway that leads up to Old Town. The thing I do like when you finally get to the main little square up here is that when you do walk up, it feels like, at least to me, it feels like you kind of step back in time. And then just to the left here is the Robinson House. That's kind of where the main visitor center is. That's pretty much always open. Just double check the hours just in case, you know, maybe of a holiday or anything. But the Robinson House is kind of basically like the main visitor center. So you get all your information at. There was a couple of the buildings, a few of the buildings that were closed, like the stables were closed, and the main house there, the Estrella house, or Casa de Estrella, that was closed up. You could walk around it, but you couldn't go inside it. They do have a little setup inside the Robinson's house of what San Diego used to look like, Old Town San Diego used to look like back in the day, which I think is pretty cool. It is glassed off, but it doesn't really seem to deter from the experience. They also do have some old artifacts, and then they also have one of the branding, cattle branders from back then. I'm not sure exactly whose it was, but I gotta imagine it was one of the local ones. Here's a little timeline just underneath the U.S. flag that they have in the middle of the square. There's some conflicting stories I've come up on about this being the first American flag raised in California. The other place I've heard is San Bernardino, but the way it sounds is the first flag there in San Bernardino was when California was still Mexican territory. And I don't know why, but I really like this table. It just adds to the, I don't know, ambiance, I guess. It's just outside the general store. And here's the Estrella house that I was talking about. You can go inside, I believe, on the weekends and look at some of the rooms. Kind of see what the beds and stuff. And there's the Cosmopolitan, I can't say it right, hotel. And this is a little building for the Native Americans. It seems like every time I've been by, it's always been closed. And so I'm not exactly sure what's in there. I'm sure there's artifacts and a little history on the local Native Americans, the Kumeyaay people. So I'm not sure exactly what's inside, and as you can tell, it's closed up right now. Unfortunately, with it being a Wednesday, it was hard to tell. And there are hours on the door here, so I may have just maybe come on a bad day. It seems like every time I stop by. This is the jewelry area. Plata means silver in Spanish, so it makes sense why it's Castillo de Plata and they're selling silver, coincidentally. There doesn't seem to be anybody occupying this section. I can't remember what was here before, but I always thought it would be cool if I could open up a business here and sell something. I just don't know what I would want to sell. General Stephen Kearny was a general that led a group of troops that fought a battle in the Mexican-American War up at San Pascual, which is in the northern-ish part of California, or sorry, San Diego County. Maybe I'll do a video on that sometime. Here's a sign for that general store that I was at earlier. I don't know how I got this part of the video here, but if you want to get a couple of drinks, there you go. There's some options. So if you want to head to the general store just before you head back to the tracks, you can grab a drink there. And then when you do head back, if you're going to head north, then make sure that you go under the tunnel to get there. And hang on to the very, very end of the video, which is coming up shortly. There's one last relic I want to show you guys. So here's the last relic, something called a payphone. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.